Staggering number. Canadians lost more than $161 million to investment scams over the first 6 months of this year, with cryptocurrency being the primary target. This according to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. Now, scammers use various tactics and offer lucrative returns in many cases to lure potential victims into purchasing and sending cryptocurrency as a form of payment or as an investment opportunity. To talk about this and how to protect your financial investments, let's bring in a personal finance expert, Rubina Ben-Haq. Rubina, thank you so much. So let's talk about this because we're hearing more and more of these cases. What information should someone know before making any cryptocurrency investment?
Well, we should know first that there are more than 22,000 different cryptocurrencies. So there is a lot of room for scammers to take advantage of you when there are so many different currencies that we may not understand. Cryptocurrencies collectively have a value of $1.1 trillion. If you think about it as a comparison, Canada's entire economy is $2.2 trillion every year. So half of Canada's economy is the value of cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is highly susceptible to what people say online. You'll remember when Elon Musk tweeted, back then it was Twitter, a picture of Dogecoin, and the value of that cryptocurrency skyrocketed after that. And then he was later brought up on fraud charges for running a pyramid scheme, which is still in the courts. And so you can be very much affected in both ways, negative and positive, just by somebody, maybe a celebrity, tweeting or talking about a different cryptocurrency. So be aware of that when you do invest in these types of investments.
And it's so complicated for a lot of people. Where does one even begin to research this? Because as you mentioned, there are so many cryptocurrencies themselves and so many exchanges, and even the quote unquote once trustworthy exchanges like FTX, for example, the founder was just convicted of fraud of multi-billion dollars, and he faces more than 100 years in prison. So in terms of the bigger question of where to begin to research, what should we look out for?
So definitely stick to the ones that we are familiar with. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance or BNB, these are the three biggest ones. Now, I'm not giving anybody investment advice on what they should buy when it comes to cryptocurrency. But if you do want to start investigating what works for you, starting with the ones that are the most common, the most easily accessible is probably going to be your best bet. You can talk to somebody who is an expert in cryptocurrency investing, and you can also look at ETFs. So this is a lot safer of a way of investing in cryptocurrencies. You don't have to hang on to that password or that login. They do all that work for you, and you buy as much of that ETF as you want. And my number one advice, Anthony, is use money you can afford to lose, because cryptocurrency still an emerging market and still very volatile.
It's so interesting you say that. What are the ways you can prevent your money from being lost? Because people are looking for that quick cash sometimes, and they think there's an opportunity with the smaller ones, for example, and then they get sucked in.
Yeah, so definitely sticking to the big guys, sticking to the ones that people are well aware of. Trading on well-established platforms like Coinbase is one of the most popular ones. Using those websites in order to save and trade your cryptocurrency is going to keep it safer. You have to be very careful, because like that FTX example that you just used, it can be something that is you're not aware of what you're getting involved with. Speaking to your own financial advisor as to what they would say about cryptocurrency, they may also be able to assess your own appetite for risk and may help you understand that maybe this isn't the investment for you, or yes, I think that you could manage the ups and downs of what cryptocurrency often brings.
We have less than a minute, but I mean, there's one thing, trusting the ones that are quite common, but then there's another one, how preventing falling victim to fraud in general. We're seeing so many more cases of that. What would you say?
Yeah, so definitely don't follow anybody online. I get lots and lots of comments whenever I post something on social media saying, hey, get $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency by signing up here. That is completely a scam. Do not fall for that. Don't talk to anybody that's telling you that they can get you quick, they can get you rich quick. So quick, rich schemes are usually a scam. So stay away from those. That's generally good advice when it comes to money anyways. So really being careful as to where you're putting your money and making sure that the money that you're putting in, that you're watching it, so watching what's happening with it, because it is very volatile, so you're not surprised all of a sudden my money has been halved, and money that you don't have to rely on for, say, a down payment on a home or your kids' education. So money you could afford to lose, even though it wouldn't feel good. And if it did happen, it wouldn't affect your lifestyle.
And this is a bear market when it comes to crypto. When it becomes a bull market, you're going to see many more cases of this. So some good advice and some good information for a lot of people to keep in mind. Rubina, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. That is our personal finance expert, Rubina Ahmed Haq. Thank you again.
Thanks for having me.